Hi everybody! This lecture will help you to understand more about integrated skills instruction. To be more specific, you will familiarize yourselves with 3 common views of integrated skills instruction, have the opportunity to unpack different benefits of such instruction, and then get to know why task-based language teaching can help integrate different language skills in a single lesson. To date, there have been 3 common views about integrated skills instruction. The first view refers to a combination of 2, 3, or 4 language skills, listening, speaking, reading, and writing in a single lesson. The second view expands such a combination to include 1 or more than 1 out of 3 language components, vocabulary, grammar, and/or pronunciation in that lesson. The final view focuses on the way that learners make full use of their language resources, including both language skills and language components, to learn a non-linguistic subject matter or to complete a real-life task. Integrated skills instruction has a wide range of benefits. First, it really resembles the way that we use language in reality, and therefore it helps narrow the gap between language use in the classroom and that in the real world outside. Second, previous research has consistently shown that this type of instruction gets learners more motivated than segregated skills instruction. In addition, when different language skills coexist in the same lesson, the development of one language skill can foster that of another language skill. If segregated skills instructions tends to make learners view language skills as separate components of language ability, integrated skill instruction helps learners view a language as a whole, and then it is expected that they will also learn this language as a whole. Thanks to such a view and this way of language learning, they can develop ability to combine different language skills in order to acquire a new knowledge or to complete a new task. When more than one language skill is integrated in a lesson, learners have a higher chance of finding a learning activity or part of a learning activity that is relevant to their needs, interests, and abilities. Integrated skills instruction entails integrated skills assessment, where assessors can use data collected from one language skill to triangulate those from another language skill. So far, we have listed some main benefits of integrated skills instruction and made comparison with segregated skill instruction where relevant. In what follows, we suggest one language teaching approach that can help integrate different language skills in a lesson, that is task-based language teaching. Advocates of task-based language teaching believe that the best way to learn a language is to use this language to complete a real-life task, or a process called learning by doing. In a typical task-based language lesson, learners are required to make full use of their current language resources to carry out a real-life task. Through their task implementation, the teacher and learner themselves can identify language patterns that they need to develop. This then leads to language instruction, as learners are asked to use the target language to carry out a real-life task, and any language learning sections come directly from their own language needs. This type of instruction often motivates and engages learners. A typical task-based language lesson consists of 3 main phases. In the pre-task phase, the teacher gives a brief introduction about the lesson topic and the target task, including the task goals, the task procedure, and how to prepare for the task. In the task cycle, learners are required to implement the task and then report the task outcome. In the final phase, post-task, the teacher and learners will focus on the language pattern that learner needs to master in order to successfully complete the task. The procedure of such a lesson appears to be a reverse version of the conventional PPP lesson, where learners are presented with a language pattern before they are encouraged to use this pattern in meaningful communication. A pertinent question here is whether task-based language teaching helps integrate different language skills in a lesson, and the answer is yes. In fact, task-based language teaching helps integrate not only language skills, but also language components if needed. In the pre-task and task cycle phases, learner may use different language skills in order to prepare for the task, implement the task, and then report the task outcome. In the post-task phase, they have the opportunity to focus on language patterns that they need, including vocabulary, grammar, and/or pronunciation. In other words, task-based language teaching helps integrate both language skills and language components for learners to carry out a real-life task of view 3 of integrated skills instruction that we have already mentioned in the beginning of this lecture. Thank you.